So next week, for the Quest Wednesdays, after our short summer break, we return with the theme of family of choice. Family of choice. So, Darren, what would you like to say about that?
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's like we're coming back to, in some ways, I feel like I'm coming back to my family of choice because I kind of see the Quest community as part of my family. And I've really missed the guys, I've really missed being away from them. So excited about that. I think Family of Origin, I was reminded of the series Transparent, which was on Amazon. And it was seasons and seasons. And I used to love that program. And I used to look at this family and they were oddballs, they were oddballs, eccentric, all trying to live their authentic life and having lots of challenges. And I remember thinking, God, I wish my life was like that. I wish my life was filled with these kind of people. And then when I paused and I looked at my friends, I thought, your life is full of these people. My friends that I've chosen, not my family, because in the program it's family, but the people I've chosen over time that I've gravitated to. I think it used to be an unconscious gravitation that I used to
Mm.
have towards people of a particular type. Well, actually, they weren't a type; they were all disparate, but there were some commonalities in them. And this is this glorious hodgepodge of friends that I've got that I really appreciate. And when I thought about what is common about them, I wrote down three words, which was growth, truth, and fun. And I thought that's interesting because those are three of my key values. Growth, people I can learn from. I've always been interested in people that are probably different from me that I can learn something from. Truth, people who are not hiding away from who they are in their life, people who are quite brave and courageous and leaning into their uniqueness. And then fun, I've got friends that I've just had so many adventures with. So I thought that's really interesting because it wasn't like I'd thought it through when I was young. I think I just unconsciously gravitated to those people. And I think the difference now is I have applied conscious investment because what I realized with my family of choice is if I don't invest, if I don't stay conscious to what I'm offering and what I'm kind of receiving, then there's nothing to hold it together. That friendship could easily just break. So those were just a few of my thoughts this morning around it. I'm
Yeah.
dying to know what you think.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And as I was listening to you talk about the program Transparent, which I'd never seen actually, I was thinking of the show 30 something that used to be on when I was in my 20s. And I used to dream about having a gathering like that. So there were these bunch of people, some were single, some were married with kids, and they'd come together and they were family of choice. They were family of choice. They'd have dinner parties, and do fun things together, have these deep and meaningful conversations as well. And there was a point in my 30s where I think the program was no longer on. But I had this sort of vision like, oh, wow, I am living in that 30 something space. And what it was for me was having a bunch of people who were not blood relatives who were coming together to share the highs and the lows and everything in between. And I found that really, really powerful. And as I've gotten older, the way that that has evolved is I've also come to recognize that when it comes to my family of choice, there can be pockets as well. I think there was a moment in my 20s while still in my 30 something fantasy where I was determined to bring all these pockets together and to have this space of oneness. And for a period of time it worked. But then I started to recognize that, well, actually, with some friends, with some of these people in my family of choice, I want to maybe go deep and explore what's beneath the surface. And with some other people, I want to stay on the surface. And both are fine. It's that dance between the surface and the depth. And so when it comes to family of choice, I don't just have the one collective. I would say that I have pockets. And I think for me, the word that comes to mind is nurturing. Like in all those spaces where I'm with these people that I've chosen to be with and who have chosen to be with me, um, there is that nurturing that looks different depending on who I'm with, which isn't often the case when I'm with my family of origin. There isn't often that nurturing, but with my family of choice, it's almost like my family of choices, the different choices. I do get that nurturing
Mm.
from them.
You paint a really beautiful picture of these kind of often satellite friendships, which all have their own value. I think, coming together will be lovely because in some ways that's what the Quest Wednesday is about. It's about all these different people with lots of different backgrounds choosing to spend their time on a Wednesday, choosing to be with us and us with them, and just seeing what emerges out of that. So I think family of origin is a perfect theme for our kind of coming back together for our weekly Quest Wednesdays.
Family of choice. Yeah. So looking forward to the exploration.